Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to my revision armor showcase for Fallout 4. In the last few days since I originally made that first video, I have made some discoveries, some of them kind of interesting. I will be going through the armors I have, and I will also address the issues I have. I will address the discoveries that have been brought to my attention. So, first off, we'll get the discoveries out of the way, and the discovery is this: these are all the standard Raider armors. Turn on my Pip-Boy light here, and I want to give a shout out to a user by the name of Vivixthorn on the BethesdaNet forums. He's the one that brought this to my attention, in that there are 6 different versions of the standard Raider armor, as you can see here. I've only got 5. I can't find the 5th one. And funnily enough, right after he posted that information, I started farming Raider armor, and I discovered that there is in fact an 8th variant in addition to the existing, a 7th variant in addition to the 6th, to the 6 existing variants. So, as you can see here, these 4 all have tanks on them, but these 3 right here have hoses. And if you look at this one right here, it has a tank on it, but no hoses. So, I found that kind of interesting, and I let Vivix know about it as well, and he was surprised, because the Fallout Wiki only lists 6 different versions, but apparently that information is incorrect. So that was quite an interesting discovery. So there's that, and so yeah, let me get rid of the standard Raider stuff. Let's not put on that one. This one. I'm just going to put the regular Raider stuff on the mannequin. There. So, that's all of the standard Raider armor right there. Okay, so let's get into the showcase. Starting off, we have regular combat armor with the Brotherhood of Steel logo on it. All of the combat armor that has the Brotherhood of Steel insignia on it has a sort of a bronze or a copperish color to it to distinguish it from regular combat armor. So, it's a pretty good set. Good stats. Nice set. Next is cage armor. Cage armor you can get all over the place. Sometimes you'll meet some NPCs will be wearing them, some non-hostile ones. You'll find some scavengers will be wearing this. I think even some Raider bosses will also be wearing this. So, it's pretty good armor set. This is a one-piece suit. So if you are wearing a Vault suit or the Brotherhood of Steel uniform, when you put this one on, it will take it off. So, just be warned when you go to switch to another armor set. To put a layer, an underlayer on. so you won't go running around naked. This is the Coastal Armor from the Far Harbor DLC. It's a pretty good set. Some of the trappers in Far Harbor will be wearing this. Trappers are sort of the resident raiders in Far Harbor. They will attack you on sight, so they're a good place to get this armor set from. It's a pretty good set. I haven't been able to find a decent piece of headgear for it. There is a lobster trap helmet that kind of looks ridiculous. I've tried it and it just looks really silly, so there's that set. Really, really nice set. I like it. Next up is standard combat armor. All of the combat armor, the regular, the heavy, and the sturdy, all have this olive drab or army green color to it. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty good set. If you're looking to get a full set of combat armor, the best place to get it from is the Gunner faction. They always have varying pieces of combat armor. Sometimes they'll have a chest piece, sometimes they'll have an arm piece, leg piece. Some even have a helmet, so there you go. Good armor, good stats. This is the Diamond City Security armor. It's basically catcher's gear. It's worn by members of the Diamond City Security Force. I got this set from a Diamond City security officer who was killed by a super mutant. Pretty sad, but pretty good armor set. Oops. This is heavy metal armor. You can get this armor off from vendors, or you can get it off of raiders. Pretty good set. I like the way the alloy mod kind of gives it a kind of a pearlescent look to it. Actually, is the best way I can describe it. From some angles it looks green, and from some other angles it looks orange. So nice set, really good set. This is heavy combat armor. This is the Brotherhood of Steel heavy combat armor. Again, it sports the Brotherhood of Steel logo, and it sort of has a copper or bronzish color to it. Pretty good set. I like it a lot. Whoops. Oh. This is regular heavy combat armor with the shadowed and ultralight mods attached to it. And what that basically does, it makes the ultralight mod makes the armor a little lighter, and the shadowed mod on it turns it a solid black and adds to to stealth, so it makes it harder for enemies to detect you. It's a really good set. Like all of the combat armors, you can get this off of gunners, and sometimes even raiders. I've killed some raiders and I've gotten combat armor pieces off of them. You can also get them from vendors. So. Here is the heavy leather armor set. The shoulder pieces on it kind of remind me of the shoulder pauldron from the leather armor in The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. It's got that kind of raised piece there. One thing to note is that on the right arm piece has kind of a shiny texture to it, and that has to do with one of the armor mods. If you attach I think it's the girded mod causes this, and once you attach it to the the piece, it basically puts that shine on it. And as far as I know, there's no way to take it off. Now, I could use the armor forge that came in the Workshop Contraptions DLC to forge a new piece to see if that fixes the problem, but I haven't tested that yet. I'll have to experiment with that at some later point. I like leather armor. Whenever I play Fallout or Elder Scrolls, I always go with the leather armor. It's really good, decent stats, good set. Oh, and anytime I use leather armor in Fallout 4, I always use a blue batting helmet to go with it. As far as I can tell, there is no good headpiece, so I figured batting helmet should work fine. Can't mod the helmet though, so that kind of stinks. This is heavy raider armor. You can find high-level raiders wearing this. Sometimes you'll even find a raider boss wearing it as well. Pretty good set. Not really crazy about raider armor, but I just like to collect armor pieces. That's kind of my thing in Fallout. If I want to wear raider armor, I'll wear one of the flight helmets with it. With this set, I pair it with the brown flight helmet. One thing of interesting note about the raider armor is that when you attach specific mods to some armor sets, it just changes the coloration. With the raider armor, it actually changes the physical appearance of the armor set. So it's really the only two mods for raider armor are the buttressed and tempered mods. Those two particular mods change the actual physical appearance of raider armor. This is just the way heavy raider armor looks without any mods attached to it. Same thing with the light stuff the standard raider armor back there. Those are just the regular armor sets, no mods attached to them. Pretty cool, actually. This is helmeted cage armor. It's similar to the regular caged armor, except that it has a headpiece attached to it. It kind of looks like the assault gas mask. You'll again, like the cage armor, you'll find this on, well, actually the exception here is that you'll find this particular set on some raider bosses and as random loot in suitcases, lockers, boxes, that sort of thing. Pretty good armor, pretty good stats. This is basic leather armor. You'll find this early on when you start the game. You get this off of raiders. You can get it from vendors. It's a good starting armor if you want to go with the light stuff. Again, I like leather armor, and this is the kind of the armor set that I go with. And again, I wear the blue baseball helmet with it. So, good armor set. I like it a lot. This is lightweight synth armor. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is between this armor set and standard synth armor, other than that it just says lightweight in the name. I mean, there may be variations in stats. I don't know. I haven't done a comparison, so I can't really say. But this is basically what it looks like. It's okay. It's not one of my favorite armor sets in the game. But if you're a synth, you know, hey, more power to you. This is standard metal armor. Like most of the metal and raider armors, you can get this at merchants. You can get this off of raiders or other hostile NPCs. It's a good set. I like it a lot. I like the helmet. It kind of looks like a motor. It kind of reminds me of the helmets that Ponch and John wore in the Chips series, if you're old enough to have remembered watching that show. The only thing is that there's no leather undercap. I guess there was a leather undercap for it. That was going to be part of it, but that was cut from the game before launch, so that stinks. Oh well. It's a good armor set. I like it a lot. This is the Rescue Diver suit from Far Harbor DLC. It's basically it's a deep sea diving suit. That's also good if you want to explore highly irradiated areas, like the glowing sea, for example. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good armor set. I like it a lot. I think it's actually a really cool one-piece set. First time I saw it, I was like, what is that? That looks like a deep-sea diving suit. Turns out it was. Cool set. And this is this is robot armor. It's from the Automatron DLC. You get this armor from a raider faction that was included with the Automatron DLC called the Rust Devils. They basically they scavenge these armor pieces from robots and actually modify them so they can be worn as actual armor. I currently have two sets, the regular set and the sturdy variant. I do not have a complete heavy set yet. I'm missing the left leg piece. I have not been able to find one. And that's a little problematic because Rust Devil spawns are sporadic. You know, they're completely random. There's no set place for them to actually spawn. I kind of wish there was, actually. It would cut down on the RNG aspect of trying to find that one piece. So I'm not including the heavy robot armor, nor am I including the heavy synth armor in this because I do not have those completed yet. I'm missing armor pieces to them. It's a good armor set. I like it a lot. It's kind of cool. This is the spacesuit costume from the Nuka World DLC. It's basically sort of a recoloring of the hazmat suit. If you've never found a hazmat suit in the game and you've wanted to know what it looks like, this is basically kind of what it looks like. Except the hazmat suit is sort of a yellow color. One huge difference between the hazmat suit and this suit, other than the way it looks, is you can take the helmet off of this. I kind of like it. It's nice. Here's Spike armor. This is a little like the helmeted Cage armor and the Cage armor. It does not have a headpiece. You could wear an assault gas mask to go with it. You can get this off of scavengers, off of raiders, raider bosses primarily, or high-level raiders. It's good stats. Nice looking suit. This is sturdy Brotherhood of Steel combat armor. It's got the Brotherhood of Steel logo on it, and it's got the bronze copperish color of all Brotherhood of Steel combat armors. It's a good set. Decent stats. One thing to note is that there are no sturdy combat helmets. There are no heavy combat helmets. One of the cool things about the armor bench is that you can rename armor pieces at the bench. So what I did is I renamed helmets, combat helmets, so that each set has a helmet to go with it. So this is just a regular combat armor helmet renamed Sturdy BOS combat helmet. This is sturdy combat armor. It's basically just regular army green or olive drab, whatever you want to call it. It's a good armor set. Good stats. I like it a lot. I like the helmet. I really like the helmet. It kind of looks like a hockey helmet, a modified hockey helmet. sturdy leather armor. Really good armor set. You can get it from vendors, or you can get them off raiders, or scavengers, or even rust devils. So all kinds of characters wear this armor set. Again, when I wear leather armor, I wear a blue batting helmet to go with it. It's a good set. I like leather armor. It's really good armor. This is sturdy metal armor. Again, like other metal armors and raider armors, you can get this off of raiders, scavengers, rust devils. You can get it from vendors. It's a good armor set. Again, there is no sturdy or heavy metal helmets. Those are just renamed regular metal helmets. They're helmets I just renamed at the workbench, so that each set has a helmet to go with it. So that way I don't have to keep on cycling up and down the list to put a helmet on. Oops. This is sturdy raider armor. Again, you can find this on mid-level raiders in some areas. You'll find the helmet here is a yellow flight helmet, and you'll get an abundance of those from raiders. The raiders, oops, the raiders. A lot of the raiders wear this particular helmet piece. It's a cool armor set. I'm not really crazy about raider armor, but you know, it does what it's supposed to do in the post-apocalyptic world. Kind of looks like a roll cage over your head there. This is sturdy robot armor. Again, you can find this armor set is from the Automatron DLC. You'll find Rust Devils wear this armor set. The headpiece is a SentryBot helmet. The other helmet piece was an Assaultron headpiece and faceplate. This is a really good set. I like it a lot. Pretty cool. This is sturdy synth armor. I'm not really crazy about the synth armor pieces. They kind of look silly, honestly. But, you know, I guess if you're a synth, then, you know, how the armor makes you look doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's okay. It's got okay stats. I'm not crazy about the design. Actually, the field helmet looks better with this. There. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Actually, truth be told, it probably looks better with the heavy armor set, with the heavy synth armor set. This is regular synth armor. The synth armor just looks really goofy, honestly. I mean, it's got okay stats for its armor type. It's not really protective. like it kind of looks like a vest or a collar or something like that. Kind of looks really goofy, but it works. Next set is the Trapper set from the Far Harbor DLC. That is a lobster trap on my character's head. I know. It looks really, really goofy. Now, one interesting thing is that there is a standard and there is a heavy. There's a standard set and there's a heavy set. There's nothing different between them. They both look exactly identical. The only exception being the stats. So heavy's going to have more protection. Also, when you attach mods to it, nothing changes. It stays the same. The colors don't change and the physical appearance doesn't change. It stays the same. So, interesting set. Headpiece looks a little goofy, so do all the spikes coming off of it. But, hey, you know, if it works, it works. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to judge. Up next is the Marine Assault Armor from the Far Harbor DLC. This is not exactly the complete set. It's standard arms, chest piece, and legs. The headpiece is the Recon Assault Marine helmet, which is a unique helmet. There is a pair of Recon legs, and there is a Recon chest piece. There are no Recon arm pieces, so you know it's kind of sad that there's no Recon arm pieces, but whatever. You know, even standard arm pieces will go well with the Recon set. This is a really good armor set. The first time I saw this, I was like, what is that armor? That armor set just looks really awesome. So, and it is. It's a really cool looking set. I like it a lot. And that's it for the armor pieces. That was basically it. So, yeah, that's about it. I will be back in a few moments for an updated weapon showcase. So, I'll see you in a few moments. Bye-bye.